Yes, I'm only a Bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, it's a long, long journey to the capital city. It's a long, long wait while I'm sitting in committee. But I know I'll be a law someday. At least I hope and pray that I will. But today I am still just a Bill.
That guy's dead. We were talking about Don Imus. Jack Sheldon also died. Jack Sheldon was a jazz man for many, many years. He played on the Merv Griffin show if you're a certain age and you remember that. And he also sang the Schoolhouse Rock songs. And he died 88 years old over the holiday break.
I was a very popular kid for a day because of that song.
I'm just a Bill.
Yeah. In 6th grade, we watched that episode, and I was like, hey, your name's Bill. You're just a Bill. And I'm like, that's right, I am.
And that lasted one whole day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did Conjunction Junction, which was my personal favorite.
What's your function?
That's right. Schoolhouse Rock. You know, because they don't really teach civics anymore in the schools. You ask kids how government works, and they're clueless.
Because the teachers don't know either.
Schoolhouse Rock, you know, they would teach you a few things. And it ran when I was a kid, and then they rebooted it in the 90s. And Jack Sheldon was the guy who sang those songs. He was the band leader on the Merv Griffin show for a long, long time. But so he died. Somebody else died too, but I don't recall who that was. Somebody more high profile than Jack Sheldon. Don Imus died, Jack Sheldon died, and somebody else, but I don't remember. Gesundheit. I don't remember who that was. But yeah. So that Don't F with Cats. I watched, one of my unofficial New Year's resolutions is I'm only going to watch movies from the 70s.
Oh,
What a weird thing.
Because it was a great, any movie nerd will tell you what a phenomenal decade for cinema that was. And there are so many classic films that I've never seen. I watched the movie Network for the very first time.
I've never even heard of it.
Over the holiday break. Like in film school, I didn't even watch Network. And it's, you know, I'm as mad as hell, and we're not going to take this anymore. That's like the famous line, everybody. Really? Oh. I watched Network. What else did I watch? I watched a great movie. I thought it was just going to be kind of run-of-the-mill. They shot it in Cleveland with Helen Hunt.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Not Spider-Man.
It wasn't the Helen Hunt Spider-Man?
It was not the Helen Hunt Spiderman. You're thinking of Spiderman, Attorney at Law.
Oh.
That was Helen Hunt. No, she was in town last summer to shoot some movie called I See You, which I guess was some psychological thriller.
I see you, not I see you.
Right? I See You.
Yes.
That's right. And you can stream it now, and so we watched it. It was very good. It looked like they shot a lot of it on the east side. I'm not quite sure why they had her in it.
Is it a movie that takes place in the past, and that's why they come to Cleveland? Because that seems to be what they use Cleveland for. Like, we need a place that's very run down.
It looks like
looking.
It could have been made in the 50s.
Yeah, we need to look like a real rough time in the 70s.
Hey.
We'll go to the east side of Cleveland.
However you have to get film business here is good.
No, I'm fine with it.
No, I See You, and it was interesting because you think it's one kind of movie, and then halfway through it kind of switches very deftly. I thought it was very entertaining. It was very well written. So if you're looking for something kind of interesting to watch, it's called I See You. Again, I don't know why they needed Helen Hunt, because they don't give her much to do. And
they need the name, baby.
Yeah, but the other people that were in it, yeah, I guess. I mean, I recognize the other people that were in it.
I watched a trash, reality TV show that's on Netflix called The Ring.
Oh, boy.
Like, me and my girlfriend were watching that, and it was so stupid, but it pulled us in very much.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Like all reality TV.
Yeah, it was very fun.
What's this about?
It's like these people
this
get put in a building.
This guy has to get it back to Mordor, right?
No, that's...
And he's like,
Just shut up.
You watch the videotape, and 7 days later you die.
Oh, yeah, but while you're on a journey or something through a forest?
No, these people are all in the same apartment building, and they can only communicate with each other through this fake social media network that the producers set up. But there's like profile pictures, but there's no like video chat or anything like that. And there's also people that are in there. It's like catfish. And so the whole idea is to try to figure out...
It's called The Ring?
It's called The Ring, yeah. And it was...
I thought it was like
on
one...
Netflix?
Pretty stupid, yeah.
One big advertisement for Ring doorbell. Like, that's the only way they're allowed to communicate with each other.
The Circle, I'm sorry, The Circle.
Oh, that I've heard of. The
yeah.
Circle, okay.
The Circle, that's what it's called. And it was very... at first we're like, this is stupid, I don't like this at all. And then, like...
How long do they have to be locked up like that? A month or?
Yeah, it's like a few weeks, and like there's new episodes that come out every.
Would you
week.
love that?
No, it'd be miserable.
Really?
It'd be so terrible.
If you just stayed in your apartment, didn't have to talk to anybody?
You have nothing to do. Like they're.
That seems like something you would love.
Yeah, but they don't they can't watch TV. They can't. They have to just sit there and play this game.
Oh.
So the anxiety that comes with playing this game seems pretty miserable.
Yeah.
Michelle Buteau is the host of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's funny. She's good comedy.
She's got some good one-liners in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dumb, but it was like we were drinking wine, just having a time. Good times.
Good for you.
Enjoyed it.
I don't watch much reality TV.
I don't watch anything. I watched National Treasure again the other night.
I've never seen that. Gwen watches the ghost shows, and I watch Below Deck. You ever watch Below Deck?
Is that Pauly Shore?
No, it's the Bravo show where it's the crew
they're
that works on the yacht.
Crew.
What am I thinking?
I've watched a few episodes of that, and I can see why you'd get into it because they're all banging each other, right?
Oh,
Basically.
always.
No, not all, but it's also like it's if you've ever worked in the service industry, like where all these people banging heads and lower extremities too, and whatever.
But also in that that level too, where they're working in the service
trapped
industry.
on a boat.
They're on a boat, and they're also making a lot of money working for people that have endless amounts of money.
And it's drunk rich people on the boats, and those people are always annoying, and
God, drunk rich people are the worst. The
No,
worst.
drunk poor people are pretty bad too.
But at least drunk poor people have a reason to be angry. You know what I mean? Like when a drunk poor person is like bitching about something, I'm like, okay, I get it. When a drunk rich person is just being belligerent, I'm like, you suck.
Yeah, that's just entitlement.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, you get accustomed to a certain way of life. I think
I get it.
If you took any person who was poor and gave
Mary
them
Santora.
Okay. Let's give Mary Santora an exorbitant amount of money.
Okay.
All right? And then come back to you after 2 or 3 years. You'd have a very different expectation from life.
I would be living in the ground. I
No,
would
you
probably
wouldn't.
have
First
a new
thing you
pair
would
of
do.
shoes.
No, you
This is
wouldn't.
all stuff that you have right now.
I know. I'm saying money wouldn't change me.
It
No,
also
it absolutely
it also depends.
Absolutely would.
But it also depends how you grew up too.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that'll never leave.
Yeah. I would give away most of my
And some
money.
wealthy
No,
people
you
have.
wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Some wealthy people have never been poor.
Not to charities, to like my family and friends. I absolutely would. I would buy my whole. If I came into a ton of money, I would buy all my siblings brand new houses,
Yeah, I would
brand new
too.
cars, and I'd be like, now you. My sister just texted me about car trouble, and she's like, I got no money in the bank. My car broke down. I don't know what I'm gonna do. If my family never had to worry about that stuff again, and I had endless amounts of money. That's better than anything I could
Right,
buy
but I'm
And
myself.
not
how
saying-
nice to put your sister's financial situation on blast.
Sorry.
Nevertheless,
But I still think you would change.
You think I would change?
I'm saying you would still probably take care of your family, but you'd also
I'd be exactly the same.
you'd get a bit
very-
more bougie.
yeah you'd be.
I have the
lot
bougie
more-
bone in me for sure.
You have
Yes.
the bouginess in you, and you also have the growing up poor, and then having money. You're going to be like, oh well, I got to live it up now. And then there's also.
I would buy nice things.
You
I
would
would
buy
have
nice
nice
things,
things.
but I what I would see is you would feel like your family owed you something.
Never. I mean, in the small amount of success I had in 2019, I spent most of my money on my family, and you can. I never asked for anything back. I
But this is.
I can't even begin
it
to
doesn't
describe
happen
to
all
you.
at once. It happens little by little over time.
I don't think so.
And they go, oh, now they take me for granted.
No, but they're not in a position to repay me, so I would never expect
Right.
someone who has
So
no
you-
means to repay me.
You
to
know, you're
repay
not
me.
expecting them to repay you,
Or
but you're
to be
expecting
whatever.
to just appreciate you more.
If it came to the point where they were like, gimme, gimme, and had an attitude about it, yeah, that would piss me off. But
what-
if it was just like,
I don't get what's wrong with that though. Why is it wrong for her to say, hey, you should appreciate me a little bit more? Look at what I do for
I'm
you.
just
that's what I'm saying.
like,
If they came up to me like, my brand new car broke, can I have a boat? I'd be like, get out of my face. Like, you know what I mean? That would make me mad.
Hey, that vehicle on land broke. Can I have one that goes on the water? That should take care of things. Wait, is it one of them James Bond car boat things? Did you get it like Disneyland?
Water just almost came out of my nose.
Yeah, well, get a boat for that. And you can get on top of that water.
All right.
If you were in a
I
boat,
think-
it wouldn't be an
Nose
issue.
If I were to come into a ton, like $1 billion, like just an unfathomable amount of money, I would definitely have new nice things, but I don't think I would change as a person much. I would want nicer dinners and more like stuff like that, but I don't think it would change me.
I'm just
as
saying,
a human
over
being.
time, Bill Maher
Money
said,
changes you.
when you become famous, you get a year to be a dick. And then, and they also,
out. Yeah.
and then they also say that, like, the age at which people become famous is when they stop kind of evolving
Isn't that what they say
emotion.
They
about,
say
like,
about drinking.
drinking too,
And
right?
addicts, whenever
Yeah.
you start using, is when you stop.
I
progressing.
know the first thing that I would do, I would just cut off all my dick family members. Like, because I already know they're looking for a handout. They're going to be trying to sell stories. They're going to do whatever. Like, so immediately.
What stories would they sell? Pot pie caught red-handed.
I don't know.
Pants down.
Stories from my childhood, or like they'll do like a
You're
tell-all.
told all the stories from your
Not
childhood.
all the stories. I don't give all my beans away. No.
Can you envision a story that a family member would come to you with and say, "I'm going to go public with this unless you pay me," and you pay them?
No.
So what are you worried about? If there isn't one story, everybody's got probably one story that you would pay to keep secret or non-public, right? So then what are you worried about? If there's no story that you were that concerned about, then what do you care?
No,
What do you
but
care if they go public?
But it's not even about them going public. It's about like when
You said they were going to be selling stories.
Yeah, that's true, but I would cut them off because I already know that's what they're in for. I don't want to have to walk on an eggshell. Say if I have, I have the big mansion, everyone's going to celebrate the holidays at my house. I don't want to have to like tiptoe around my house to make sure that I'm not.
So you would
anything
actively
suspicious.
tell family members you cannot come to my house.
Nope, you're negative. You put me in a bad space. You're not invited. Nope, put your negativity over there.
But those are people that you've probably already cut off. Those aren't people that you would want to irrespective of your financial state, you wouldn't want to hang out with those people anyway.
Yes, but like sometimes I'm forced to because they are the people that show up to like my family's house. And, like I'm not the one who does Christmas or Thanksgiving. So I don't
but
have,
if you
I
got
don't
all
have
the
a say
money in
on
the
who's
situation.
Well, now I do.
You're saying
In
my
this
mama
scenario.
might let this guy walk across her front door.
Absolutely.
But
Not
I'm
him.
not going to.
Yeah, you ain't about to get a plate. Well, I might send him a plate. I'll be nice
Tell
and
you
let
what,
him get a plate.
you go sit in the front yard and I'll send out a plate.
No. He can't get on the property. I'll have one of my assistants take a plate to his house. That's all he can get.
Oh, he could probably get his own food at that point. I thought you meant like the guy was in the street or something in his car. You take him out a plate.
Nah, because I already know how people do. They're like my murderous uncle when he gets out in like 10 years. He'll be,
He's never getting out.
He might get out.
How old is he?
He's 70.
He ain't never getting out. Well, one way or the other.
He got 22 years. That was 10 years ago. He
Might
could get
get
out
out
in 10
teats
years.
up.
He'll come out at 82.
He could, and especially when you're old and you have like medical problems. They don't want to take care of you. They don't look at you as like a
threat.
Yeah, you're not a threat anymore. You're just a liability at this point, and they don't want to
Until you
take
got
care
to
of
kill
you.
somebody. I was reading a thing over the break where there were prisons letting violent criminals out because they didn't want to pay for their medical bills.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't
What
even
kind of
remember-
medical bills? Like diabetes?
I don't know. Who cares?
But
That's
like
pretty
you think
American.
if you got somebody who's going
Well,
to
that's
come
what I'm
out
saying.
and-
Like something that it would have to be consistent enough that they would need treatment constantly,
But the
right?
best medical care you can get for a poor man is in prison. Ain't that some stuff? But like, you get great medical care when you're in prison.
Well, there you go. He got 22 years?
I think he got 25 to life or something like that.
Oh,
But
25 to life. So he's probably not getting out. Because usually if you get 20, let's say you get 22 years, right? You're probably out in 8.
because he went
So
in
if he didn't get out already.
he went in 2014.
so he's
so-
only been in there for 8.
Oh, I thought he'd been in for a long time.
8. I can't even do math. 6.
He's only been in, I thought he's been in for like 15
Well,
years or something.
he was in jail. I think he went to jail in 2012, but then he didn't get sentenced until 2014. So
It bothers me that you think money would change me, Bill.
money
Why?
would change most people.
I feel like you're already changing. Just the thought of having money.
Wait, so what would change you more, Bill?
Why would that bother? Why does that bother you?
Because I think I'm a pretty genuine person, and the
But
things
this
I
is
would
just
do,
what he
I
thinks.
I didn't
What do
say
you
the things
you
care?
I
were.
would do with money wouldn't be. I mean, I'd take vacations and stuff, but I don't think it would make me think that I'm better than
First of
anybody
all,
else.
I firmly believe, no matter how deeply rooted somebody is in Joe Q public, no one knows what a lot of money would
I
do
can't.
to
Yeah,
them.
you're right. I can't speak to that. I can't say what that.
We can
would
all
do.
tell ourselves stories, but if somebody dropped $50 million in your bank account, no one knows what they would do.
And it might change you for the better.
Yes.
I'm pretty cool.
humanitarian man?
I know, but it might, maybe, yeah. You're like, well, I don't need to
She
be
wants
the
a
center of
school.
attention anymore. Now I just want to help children.
Well, that'll
and
never happen.
Clean water.
You
and
open
stuff
up a
like
$50
that.
million. I'm still doing a show for 2 drink tickets and a piece of chicken.
And that'll still make you the center of attention. Don't worry.
I'm saying.
You have $50 million.
I can see you opening up like a comedy school.
I would open a comedy club before I'd open a comedy school.
Bill, what do you think would change Mary more, fame or money? Like, which one would take precedent over the other?
Fame would change me for the worse because I don't think I'd be able to handle it.
Well, I don't think if you get $50 million here in Cleveland, Ohio, there wouldn't be any
I'd
way
ball
that.
out.
She's probably not going to stay.
But I'm just saying, no, people would know who she is. They're like, she's the girl, the redheaded chick that got $50 million. And now you're known around here. You can't go get a drink or visit home without someone. Bitch, you
Yeah.
know I need
Yeah,
$50.
that's why you leave.
Yeah, but she got to visit. Her family's here. She's going to get them like a yacht and fly them out somewhere too.
Yeah, the car broke. They need a yacht. Remember?
She'll fly them to where she's living.
I think Fame would. I think Fame.
You have any dude you want. You'll be banging married dudes.
I don't want any dude I want.
Yes, you do. What? You don't
No,
want any
people
dude you
say
want?
this when they're like, I've had people yell at me about complaining about dating, where they're like, you could have any guy. I'm like, yes, I could have a boyfriend right now if I went to any creep on Twitter and
But
was like, you wanna date me?
it's on another level, Mary.
But
These
no,
are
those
the
people don't
most-
like you for you. Those people like you because of your status and your money. I don't want to date somebody
But that's
like
what you're
that.
going to deal with for the rest of your life. You're never going to know if anyone's genuine to you if you have $50 million.
But that's what I'm
That's your
saying.
burden. That's the burden for the rest of your life. is
That's
knowing
what
that no
Faye
one's
would
gonna
change
like
me
you.
for the negative in that part. I would become crazy because I wouldn't know if people actually liked me.
There you go.
Or if they liked
So-
And then you
being
wouldn't care.
saying they were my
So-
friend.
so-
But again, I
Don't even know I was right
was
with this.
right.
I can't
I don't know what's going on over here.
You should go to jail, get some good health care.
I also don't know why people are so obsessed with that. Well, I don't know if they like me for me or if they. Yeah, you figure that out pretty fast.
I don't
You
think
know,
that's what I'm saying.
You
I don't
know,
think you do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you
People
can
are
tell
good
when people are
actors.
being
Somebody's
genuine.
always hitting you up for something. Guess what? You know what they want you for.
Yes, but sometimes they're not.
That's why
even-
these athletes go through social media and train, whether they take it to heart or not. But all this kind of training, they're like, look, you're a young guy. You're high profile. You're making a lot of money now.
Stay
you're
away
gonna have
from the hoes.
everyone. Yes,
Right.
stay away from the hose. They're all going to try to trick you to do something.
Yes, but I'm saying is there's
And half those guys don't care.
There's different
That's why they
types
end up with
of-
19
Yeah.
kids.
There's different type of hoes. Like there's the ones that are upfront about it, and then there's the ones that
There's
lay
only
low.
one kind of hoe.
No, there's not.
Yes, it is, and it's somebody who doesn't want you for you.
I
No,
feel
I
like there's
disagree.
a whole hoe spectrum. I'm with Poundcake on this.
I'm
You think
just
there's a
saying,
hoe
because
spectrum?
There's hoes that
What's
are just
the low end of the hoe spectrum?
$5
that's the
beater.
dishonest hoe. That's the.
The-
Well, but
Dis- deceitful hoe.
dishonesty runs. That's viral throughout the whole spectrum.
Because there's some hoes that you know
No,
what to expect. They'll come up to you, they're like, I don't care if you're married, I'm going to do this to you, and you're going to love it, and it's going to be the best ever.
But then what's the other end of the hoe spectrum?
There's a hoe with the heart of gold.
Yeah. they're
That's the other hand of it.
She will be the best friend you ever had, but in deep down, she don't care about you, she don't
So
like you.
you're-
She's
this
playing a
isn't-
part so she could get a ring and
She
be
isn't
married
so
to
much
you.
a hoe as she is a con artist.
That's still a hoe. A hoe is a hoe.
We can just call them what they
You
are.
just supported what I said. A hoe is a hoe. There's no spectrum, right?
Yes, but
It's
there's different
all
levels.
Say
but it's
better
all-
or worse.
There's variables, sure,
Big butt
but
and a
it's it's all rooted in dishonesty, and I contend that that's pretty easy to root out pretty quickly.
You think so? These hoes are vicious.
Vicious does not mean that they are masters of disguise, right?
Okay.
They might be
Because the-
unscrupulous.
Because the
but
game has changed, Alan, because now they don't want just like a payoff and just, they want like
the game
property.
has changed from what? That's what those
they have
women always.
entitlement.
But that's what those women
blow
always
up your
wanted.
spot.
It's what they always ever wanted. It didn't change.
They posting and they tweeting and they gramming. Like,
Well,
it's
that's
not,
that's
the game has
different.
changed.
That's different. But then guess what? You see that a girl posted a photo on
So
Instagram.
wait,
Later,
okay,
you're
all right.
done. You're out
But
of
they're
my. You're all-
DMing your wife.
off
Is
my-
a hoe?
You're not supposed to be doing stuff like that in the first place. I'm talking about people. The question is if you can see these people coming, and 9 times out of 10, you can.
Yeah. What? All right. I'm taking back what I've said and just want to understand more what a hoe is. Like, is a hoe's trying to just get money or get something
No,
out of it?
It's just looking for an opportunity.
Okay, so he's looking
that's
for an
anybody,
opportunity. Okay.
Anybody with the come up, and they don't
So
want to
that's
do it
a
the
hoe.
right way. They're
All
not
right.
trying to work.
What's
they
the one
want
that
to lay
just
on their
wants to
back.
bang? That's just a slut?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's what I
If they
like.
just want to bang with no strings attached, then that's just a slut. We need those. They make the world go round.
We need sluts. We don't need hoes.
Hoes they make life difficult. they do.
I guess this is a lot.
Hoes
Don't worry
you're
about
saying hoes are ready to blow everything up.
Yes, they will tweet your wife. They'll hit up your kids. They're like, oh, I just pulled up at Johnny's.
Because these hoes ain't loyal.
Yeah, they're not loyal.
Okay.
You're learning. What'd you learn, Alan? What'd you learn from this segment?
Sluts not hoes.
Keep your nose clean. I learned that a long time ago.
Can't trust thoughts.
Yeah, but if they're thoughts, you know that it's the H
in,
in
yeah.
thought is literally.
Okay, well,
you know that going in
You
is what
get
I'm
blinded.
saying.
You get blinded when you see a big butt and a smile, and
I don't think I've ever been blinded by an attractive guy the way that.
You never seen
You
that.
voluntarily get blinded. You voluntarily. Nobody goes, oh my God. I mean, unless you're in some Dear John situation where, these HLN reality crime shows where a guy purports to be some captain of industry and he ends up taking the girl's life savings and murdering her. That's a different
con
situation.
man.
Right. That's a
Those are
different
different.
situation. Right.
Okay.
That's what he's.
I would also like to go on record as saying my only experience with con men is from Lost. Sawyer on Lost is the only con man.
Not
I'm
Dirty
familiar
Rotten
with.
Scoundrels. Michael
Also
Caine, Steve
yeah,
Martin.
Yeah, but he plays Rubric.
Yeah.
What's his name in
I
that?
forget.
It's something like
May I
that.
use the bathroom? Thank you.
Yes.
All right, those Def Leppard Motley Crue tickets for you on the way back. They have set a Cleveland date. We were sending you to Pittsburgh for a minute. First Energy Stadium, they're going to play July 3rd, so it's going to be a hell of a 4th of July weekend for you. Def Leppard, The Crue, Poison, and Joan Jett. And the tickets are not on sale until Friday, so you get them from me early this week. 35192, you want to text? Another shot around 5:30 for you to grab yourself $1,000.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And